Hello, hello, all. So, we've got a little Christmas special going. I've also got some no copyright music from No Copyright Audio Library, which I'm pretty sure works. So, welcome to this little Christmas thing that we're going to be doing. I've got my 3 AI characters here. I've actually gotten a little dice roller here to roll dice. It's like a program I got off the internet. It's very basic. I got it off itch.io. I'm not even showing the whole window there, it's just like a little part. It does other dice too, you know, D6s, D4s, D100. Anyways, got my energy drink here. Having a festive grape flavor today. Very nice. So, for those who are, like, watching the VOD, I guess, and don't know what's going on, I have rigged up LM Studio, which is a program that runs, like, AIs on your computer, basically. And I've set that up, and I've given it some character prompts. And it's going to be playing these 3 characters here. These 3 here. And they're going to be going through a little adventure I prepared. Oh yeah, let me actually pull up the notes I had on that. Also somewhat important. Alright. So, let's see here. Might as well get started. We'll go in sort of a miscellaneous order. Well, no, actually we won't. Yeah, we'll go in sort of a miscellaneous order to start with. And by miscellaneous, I mean arbitrarily chosen by me right now, but whatever. So, Merry Christmas, little characters. We begin our story in the deep Santalands, on Frosted Lake. At Jinjo the Gingerbread Man's gingerbread cabin. Jinjo, you wake up. It is the day before Christmas, and you just know that the same as every year, someone, somewhere is going to try and ruin Christmas. And you're going to have to stop him. As you step out of your gingerbread cabin, give a physical description of yourself. In detail. And then also, hello in chat. Yeah, we'll be here.
Stretching tall like a spice tower, cracks faintly. Frosting flakes crumble off, but reform instantly. Amarin, Satya lands. I'm Jinjo, Gigarbabita, Brandadaris, Fugavitas, the real Tijuas, Lucky Aisha Kalaga, take shape missiles. Peppermint pauldrons creak as you flex. marshmallow hammer thuds against your back.
Okay, hold on.
AC.
I gotta tell him to not talk in caps. Hold on, I gotta alter this prompt. Where is that? Okay, gonna have to try that again. Where was... I was just... Sorry, give me a second. Let me make sure. Yeah. Okay. That one might work. This man that we may end up having to run this start a few times. Okay, let's try it again. Merry Christmas, characters. We begin our story the day before Christmas. Jinjo, you wake up in your gingerbread cabin, knowing full well that it is the day before Christmas. The day that, every year, without fail, someone, somewhere, tries to ruin, destroy, or otherwise mess with Christmas. And every year, you stop them. As you exit your gingerbread cabin, give a detailed physical description of yourself. I'm also getting kind of a headache. It is bad allergy season. It might, well, we're thinking it might last until February, which is horrifying. The allergens in the air. It's just bad. Anyways. Okay, well, it's a good that we're starting with...
Step out like a spice volcano, frosting cracks, but re-softens into glittering crumbs. I'm Jinjo, B-I-G-R-T-S, lad, head.
Actually, you know what? I think, okay. Forgot to delete some things. Some, the cache. Okay, trying that one more time. Our story begins the night before Christmas. Well, the day before Christmas, actually. Jinjo, you wake up in your gingerbread cabin, and when you realize that it is the day before Christmas, you remember that essentially every year, without fail, the day before Christmas, someone attempts to ruin Christmas. And every year, you have to stop them. So, as you exit your gingerbread cabin, located on scenic Frosted Lake in the Santalands, I want you to give a detailed physical description of yourself. And then... Oh. Hold up. Sorry. I pressed the wrong button there. I gotta start that over again. Oh, also, hold on. Oh, no, that's right, that's right. I gotta destroy that. We're probably gonna be taking a break, also sometime in the middle. Not like a long break, but we're gonna be having steak at, I'm gonna be having some steak for dinner, and I'm probably gonna want to cook an egg to go with that steak. Okay. Trying this one more time. One more time, alright? Our story begins the day before Christmas. Jinjo, you wake up in your gingerbread cabin knowing full well that every year, on the day just before Christmas, someone, somewhere, somehow, tries to ruin Christmas. And, as the guardian of the Santalands, it is your job to stop them every year. As you exit your gingerbread cabin onto the picturesque banks of Frosted Lake, I want you to give a detailed physical description of yourself. Okay. I think we got this one this time.
Grr. Dawn's too soon on my frosting furrows, but I won't let the cold sun slow me down. My gingerbread hide is still steaming from last night's battle with the frost troll. Left him in a sticky splat. Too bad he tasted like peppermint. Straps of licorice cinch my waist, and peppermint pauldrons clatter as I stomp toward the lake. My chocolate chip eyes scan the horizon for trouble, while my frosting teeth grin at the thought of warming up a villain with my hammer.
Excellent. Okay. I hope this one works. I just told it not to use caps lock, so... I don't know. Alright. And as Jinjo looks out over Frosted Lake, a strange television portal appears. Out pops the famous cartoon duo of Cap'n Chippy and his pet shark Fishy. Chippy and Fishy both appear in the Santalands as part of the Chippy and the Fish Holiday Special, where they save Christmas with the help of some wacky fellows. Captain Chippy, as you appear through this portal, I want you to give a detailed physical description of yourself and Fishy. Oh, darn it. This has vocals? It's supposed to be background music. Why are there vocals? Damn it all. Vocals. Okay, I'm looking at the song list now. That has too many vocals. God's sake. Hold on. Is this the same video? I think this is the same video twice on two different channels. Whatever. Copyright free 1 hour, but is it instrumental? That's the important thing. Is it instrumental or not? That one's got vocals. That's got vocals. That's got vocals. Darn it. Okay, but what about... Okay, this one says it can be used as background music. It says something about claims for monetizing. Oh, this one's jazz. Jazz is nice. You think. Unless it has vocals, in which case I'll be put out again, but whatever. Free, no attribution, no copyright, copyright free, royalty free. Okay. That's kind of nothing jazz. Hold on. Yeah, this is just sort of miscellaneous jazz. It's not very Christmassy. What about this one? Free to use, royalty-free music, no copyright. Okay, this is only 40 minutes long now. Hold on. No one doesn't say anything about copyright. Okay, I think this one we can use. I believe this one's only instrumentals. Where was I? Oh, yes.
Arr, there ye be! Me wooden legs creak slightly as I stand tall on Fishy's broad back, me tricorn hat casting a shadow over me glass eyes that sparkle with mischief. Fishy, me trusty blue shark companion, hovers just above the snow, his sharp teeth glinting in the dawn light, ready to leap at any scaly wag who dares to mess with us. Me royal blue coat, adorned with gold trim and epaulets, flutters slightly in the crisp air, while me sailor's uniform peeks out from beneath. Together, we're a formidable duo, always ready for a jolly good adventure!
Excellent. Chippy, as you and Fishy approach the bank of frozen lake, a nearby cart of potatoes begins to shake suspiciously. Agent Potato, you exit your disguise, which was you disguised yourself as a potato, and climb out of the cart. You were sent here by your agency because they have intel that King Cumber, the notorious crime boss, is in cahoots with some sort of nefarious force that is attempting to destroy Christmas. As you set your shoes on the ground, give a detailed physical description of yourself.
Shaken, not stirred, just like my martinis. My tuxedo gleams under the frost, but it's a ruse. Every button hides a gadget, and my mustache twitches with the weight of a tiny camera behind it. I adjust my eyes to their usual black orbs, though my left pupil flickers. A telltale sign I've just swapped them for thermal vision. The cart groans as I step out, my polished shoes leaving perfect imprints in the snow, because, darling, even spies need to maintain standards. Used funny face to switch out of potato disguise, now back to spy mode.
Okay, yeah. He interpreted that as using a power, that's fine. And as the three of you step closer to each other, you all introduce yourselves to the other two AI. Characters, I mean.
I snort like a steam engine, my gingerbread chest heaving with anger. You got nerve showing up on my watch. Jinjo, guardian of ginger and fist. I grow, slamming me marshmallow hammer into the snow hard enough to crack it. Why call yourselves heroes? I've smashed more Christmas, stealing scoundrels than you've ever seen. Last year's tinsel titan still in a sticky splat. My frosting teeth grin sharp as fishies, and me licorice straps creak from clenching so tight.
I smooth my tuxedo with a flourish. Agent James Potato at your service, though I prefer shaken, not stirred martinis over your gingerbread aggression. I flick my mustache toward Chippy and Fishy. A pleasure to meet you both, though I must insist this isn't a holiday special. It's a mission, and Kingcumber is up to his usual root tricks. Root network drones were to life inside me, scanning the lake for threats.
He's, kind of running through his powers. I'll ignore that one for now.
Blimey, this be more than just a festive frolic. I adjust me tricorn and give Fishy a firm pat on the head. No need for him to bark at this lot yet. Chappin' Chippy, savior of seas and snacks. And this here's me trusty shark Fishy, always ready for a bite of trouble. I grin though me wooden face doesn't crack much. No, if ye be looking for Kingcumber, we've tangled with his sort before. Just last episode on Chippy and the Fish, Fishy here ate a whole pirate fleet ship. I chuckle, but Agent Potato gives me a stern look. No time for jokes now.
Quite close, quite close. And then I'll set him to, I guess, talk a little bit. Well, actually, alright. Alright, Agent Potato, you have deployed your root network drones to, canvass the area. They report no abnormalities so far, but they will continue sending you, intel. For now, the three of you should... talk to each other a little more. I'll cut in when I feel is appropriate. Who starts this little conversation? Jinjo. Okay. Oh. I've dropped something. Where did that go?
I cracked me knuckles. Well, the licorice straps. And scowl at y'all. No time for chatter. Kingcumber's got his claws sunk deep. And I smell his rotten candy breath from here. Me chocolate eyes narrow as Fishy sniffs the air, ears twitching like frosting cracks in a blizzard. Yes, say you
Ears?
faced him. Good. Then you'll know he leaves a trail of crushed peppermint and tears. Let's follow it before he spoils Santa's sleigh. I stomp toward the lake, steam rising from me gingerbread hide.
I adjust my monocle with a flick.
Monocle?
Jinjo, you're as subtle as a sugar bomb. Let's
Alright.
focus. To Chippy and Fishy, your pirate fleet story is charming, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Kingcumber's signature. A trail of crushed peppermint and burnt circuits. He's tech savvy enough to hack Santa's sleigh system by noon. I tap my root network drones for silent confirmation. Let's split up. I'll scout ahead. You two keep an eye on the lake. And remember, no one touches my martinis before this is over.
I grunt and cross me arms, making licorice straps groan like a blizzard. Hey, but I don't split up. I'll be right behind ye, crashing through like a gingerbread avalanche. Me frosting teeth gnash as Fishy grows low, his shark eyes locked on the horizon. And if Kingcumber thinks he's clever with circuits, He ain't seen me smash magic tech before. I flex, steam rising from me fists. Ye'd best not lag, or I'll leave ye in a splat.
No need for any splitting up. Fishy and I will stick close to ye both. Safety in numbers, after all. I may be short, but me scimitar's sharp enough to cut through King-Cumber's rotten candy schemes. I pat Fishy's head, giving him the command to search with a firm captain's orders. Agent Potato, your martinis sound fine, but I'd prefer me own rum, preferably stolen from some scurvy villain. I chuckle, though Jinjo just grumbles about no time for jokes.
Alright, that's probably a good cut-in point. Or it would be if I didn't have to take a quick break. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, as the three of you have your discussion, you suddenly notice as an injured-looking elf wearing ragged clothing limps across the bridge over Frozen Lake to Jinjo's cabin, gripping a candy cane walking stick to pull himself along. He calls out, "Jinjo! Jinjo! Santa needs your help!" The workshop has been overrun! What do you all do?
Me heart turns cold as a peppermint storm. Santa's in trouble. I roar and charge toward the cabin. Licorice straps snapping taut like frostbite chains. Steaming mad, I bellow. Me gingerbread hide flaring hot enough to singe snowflakes. I'll warm this place up so hot it'll melt King Cumber's rotten candy soul. Agent Potato's drones whiz after me, while Chippy and Fishy leap onto me shoulders. Let's go, yay wooden sailor! Show that elf Santa ain't got time to spare!
I pivot mid-stride, my tuxedo flaring like a spud on a hot griddle. Santa's in trouble. Then our mission just got spiced up. I signal the route network drones to reconnoiter the cabin while I draw a miniaturized, self-stirring martini from my breast pocket. Shaken, not stirred, of course. Jinjo, lead the way.
Wait, it's
Chippy,
self-stirring, but it's
keep
shaken?
Fishy sharp. If King Cumber's involved, he'll have traps. And remember, no one touches the workshop's eggnog stash before we're done. I crack my knuckles with a pancake strike. Ready stance.
Blimey, Santa needs our help. Fishy and I will ride on Jinjo's back. Me scimitar at the ready for any scurvy traps King Cumber set. Agent Potato, leave that martini for later. We've got a workshop to save. I give Fishy a firm captain's orders to search ahead. His sharp eyes and nose will sniff out trouble before it sniffs us. Let's not let King Cumber spoil Santa's sleigh. This'll make one heck of an episode for Chippy and the fish.
Okay. As you all rush towards the injured elf...
This be a fine mess. I'll give Fishy the command to fetch any suspicious packages or presents along the way with a quick cap's orders.
Oops.
No sense letting King Cumber's rotten candy schemes get the jump on us. Hold fast, mates. If those villains think they can ruin Christmas, they've got another think coming. I tighten me grip on me scimitar, ready to slice through any trouble that comes our way.
Pardon me. As you all rush to the side of the injured elf to assist him, two large robotic nutcrackers emerge from the forest. Running towards the elf. You hear them speak out in wooden robotic tones. Worker Elf 48675, you have not filled your quota. Return to the workshop or face penalties. The elf turns to the three of you and says, please help me! Those evil nutcracker robots were built by... well, I don't know who exactly, but they're trying to ruin Christmas, basically. The Nutcracker robots also look at the three of you and appear that they are going to attack you. We will now begin a combat encounter. Jinjo, you go first.
I let out a thunderous roar, my gingerbread hide glowing hot like a fresh baked loaf in an oven. Gum drop! I hurl a massive sticky projectile at the nearest nutcracker. splatting it against a tree with a satisfying crack, like a cookie meeting its doom. Me frosting teeth gnash as Fishy leaps onto my shoulders, Chippy's scimitar flashing beside me. Run, run, run. I charge straight at another robot, slamming into it so hard it skids back 10 feet. Splinters flying like shattered candy canes.
I did say they're only supposed to use one thing per, right? Whatever. I'm just gonna have to ignore some stuff. Alright. Alright, Jinjo, as a reminder, you can only use one special power per turn. But you do hurl a gumdrop at the robot on the left. We will roll to see if you hit. Oh! And you roll a 20 on the D20. Your gumdrop splatters into a big sticky mess. Hitting the Nutcracker robot and coating it almost head to toe. You deal 2 points of damage to it, bringing it down to only 1 heart, and sticking it firmly to the side of the bridge. Agent Potato, it is now your turn. What do you do? Hold on, let me, forgot a couple things. So first off, hold on. Oh, right, 2 hearts. Right. Oh, I forgot to mention, like, Agent Potato's spy drones. Whatever.
I spin on a dime, my tuxedo flaring like a spud in a blender, I saw. Time to unnerve these metal miscreants. My eyes flicker to triple pairs of glaring orbs, locking onto the nearest Nutcracker's glass dome. You're not just rust and gears, you're dull. And I find that intolerable. I pivot my hand, darting into my sleeve for a spud. Oh! Grenade. Set to self-destruct at maximum stickiness. Let's see how they like being peeled open.
Okay. Alright, Agent Potato. You glare menacingly at the two Nutcracker robots. They must each roll to resist your glare. The first robot fails. Looking visibly unnerved. It'll be harder for him to hit things now. The second robot also fails the save. Making it more difficult for him to do anything. Then, you take out a spud grenade launcher and attempt to attack the Nutcracker robot on the left. You roll a 14, which is a hit, dealing a point of damage and bringing the Nutcracker down to 2 hearts. Chippy, it is now your turn. What do you do? And, no, these guys aren't royal guards, they're robots. Oh, I meant to say the one on the right, whatever.
Blimey, those nutty fiends need a good scarring! I'll give Fishy a firm captain's orders to attack the rightmost one. His bite should make short work of its gears. Sailor
I keep forgetting
swear!
to pause, whatever.
I shout at the left one. My voice so fierce it'd set a ship ablaze if I had one, but for now, it just sends a gust of wind that knocks off its hat. Fishy leaps with a mighty splash, teeth bared and ready to chomp. Let's see how they like being chewed up by a shark.
I bellow with fury as Fishy's jaws snap shut on the right Nutcracker. Sparks flying like confetti. Licorice lash! I whip a rope of licorice around my wrist and slam it into the left one, yanking it off balance. It crashes onto its back, 2 hearts flickering like burnt candies. Me frosting teeth grin sharp as Chippy's wind howls past me. Yeah, I call that a hat. I'll knock ye clean off your axes next. I crack me knuckles, steam rising. This ain't over yet.
Alright, accidentally went with 2 turns there. Alright. Again, a reminder, you can only use 1 special power per turn. On your turn. Anyway. Chippy, you command Fishy to attack the Nutcracker robot that is stuck in the gumdrop. And with a roll of 18, it hits. Fishy manages to gobble up the entire gumdrop splatter and the robot in 1 bite. Jinjo, before you can get your licorice lash off, the remaining robot pulls out its nutcracker musket and attempts to fire on you. With a roll of 7, the attack misses. Then you attempt your licorice lash. And with a roll of 19, it hits. Pulling the robot off balance and removing another heart of damage, bringing it down to only 1 heart. Agent Potato, it is your turn. So... Oh, okay. Okay, hello, yes, in chat. Let me see what there is. So you got a pair of industrial-quality caterpillar socks, a pencil, a bunch of scratch tickets, and a bottle of alcohol that you sold for about 40 USD's worth of money units. And then a good bottle of something you do like, and licorice candies. Yeah, my family actually is going to be doing their Christmas thing on, I think Sunday, on the 28th, just so that we'll all be together as a family. But, my parents and I are going to be opening some presents tonight, but those are the smaller presents. You had 11 people there today. Yeah, I mean, my family probably could get together today, but we're already going to be getting together on Sunday we have dinner on Sundays, so, less travel. Anyways, it was Agent Potato's turn.
I twitch my mustache with a smirk. Root network. Deploy. 3 tiny potato drones scuttle from my sleeves, rolling toward the wobbly nutcracker like spies on a mission. Gentlemen prefer peeling their enemies open. I flick a wrist, my funny face swapping midair into a tuxedo-clad parrot squawking at the robot's last heart. Let's make this eggnog tick.
What? Hold on, what was that pun? Eggnog-tick. What? Eggnog-tick. That is a terrible pun, and I have no idea what they're trying to say with that. Okay. Yeah, when my family gets together, let's see, it's gonna be... What is up with the sensor lately? Holding so many messages for review. Whatever. But, yeah, my family, when we get together, it's gonna be, I think, let's see, grandparents, parents, aunt, uncle, other uncle, brother, his wife, Chris, probably, my other cousin, and maybe my other cousin's girlfriend. So we might have like 15 people, huh? At my the gathering. That's gonna be quite the number, I think. That's a little no. Music just got a little loud suddenly. All right. Oh yeah, Agent Potato. All right. All right, Agent. You deploy your network of drones to surround the remaining Nutcracker robot. That will make it easier for your allies to hit it, and more difficult for the robot to move. Chippy, it is back to your turn. I forgot to get, like, potato drones. Happy? Who's happy?
Bleemy, those potato spies are cleverer than a parrot's squawk. I grin, hopping onto Fishy's back as he circles the wobbly Nutcracker. 8 block. Ahoy, kids at home! Be sure to try Sparkle Shark Biscuits now. They'll make you see colors like a rainbow after a shocknado. The robot tries to fire, but my sponsored biscuit shield pops up, leaving it stuck mid-blast. Now, Fishy, let's give this one the full shocknado treatment.
You know what? I'll allow this one. What was the band nonsense react? I have no idea. In chat, I have no idea what it was. Anyways. Alright, Chippy. I'm going to allow you to combine those two into one action. But, you throw out your shield of Sparkle Shark Biscuits. And Fishy, ever eager and ever hungry, swirls into a Sharknado to try and gobble them all up, and also possibly the robot. The robot must roll to avoid the Sharknado. At disadvantage, and the robot rolls a 4, failing to escape your Sharknado. As Fishy gobbles up the other robot Nutcracker. You have defeated the Nutcracker robots. The injured elf from earlier smiles at the three of you and says, thank you so much. Those robots were chasing me all through the frozen forest. He then looks at Jinjo and says, Jinjo, you and your new friends, I guess. Need to get through the frosted forest to Santa's workshop. As fast as possible. I'm gonna have to stay here and probably crash at your cabin for a while I rest from my injuries. Is there anything the three of you would like to say or do before you head into the frozen forest towards Santa's workshop?
I crack me marshmallow hammer on the ground. Boom! Like a gingerbread castle under siege. The injured elf's eyes widen, but I just grin, frosting teeth glinting. Listen close, yeah, little elf. If any more nutcrackers try to mess with ye, just holler Jinjo's coming. I'll warm up like fresh, baked dough and chew through him. Chippy and Agent Potato nod along, but I'm already stomping toward the forest, steam rising off me like a candy oven. Run, run, run time. Ya scurrying reindeer. Let's move before Santa's workshop starts sweating without us.
And then Agent Potato.
I adjust my tuxedo with a flourish. A mission peals onward, my friends. Let's make this tuberculous journey swift and silent. I toss a miniature martini shaker to the elf, who catches it with a chuckle. Shaken, not stirred. And if you see King Cumber lurking like a rotten spud, you'll know what to do. My root network drones buzz off towards Santa's workshop, scouting ahead.
And then he gives like a thing to the elf.
Jinjo, you're hotter than a pepper biscuit in gelée. I pat Fishy's snout, grinning at the elf. Full mast, lads. Let's sail through this frost like we're chasing mermaids in the Caribbean. Fishy woofs, his tailwind kicking up snowflakes like a blizzard of sparkles. Hey, keep an eye out for King Cumber. Last I saw him, he was heading behind a barrel of pickled peppers.
All right. Yeah. And I need a quick break before we move on to the next, scene. I'll be right back. Also, let's see. Oh, and, click that off. Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah, actually, it might be a few minutes. Oh, forgot to turn the microphone off. That's fine. Alright, I'm back. I've got dinner in front of me, so be having some of that. It's steak and eggs with fries. Very good. So, up next is, let's see, I need to do a quick check to see. Hey, you got back just in time. We were just about to restart, or, we were just about to get back into it. So I need to do a quick check to see which of these three things the next challenge is going to be. Alright. Okay, sure. As you all walk through the frozen forest, you come upon a group of living snowmen who are blocking your path. The snowman at the front says, "Halt right there. This is the territory of the Cold Crusaders, which is us, snowmen. You are not allowed to pass unless you can defeat us in a dance contest. What say you? Also, if you refuse, we will attack you. What say you?" Ooh. Jinjo, looks like Jinjo gets to answer.
Dance contest? I snort steam billowing from me like a gingerbread volcano. Fine. But remember, last time I danced, I turned the whole frozen lake into a chocolate river. I cracked my marshmallow hammer on the ground, licorice lash whipping out to tie the lead snowman's carrot nose to his hat. Gumdrop time, you icy fools. Taste this sticky fury. I hurl a giant gumdrop at them, splat. The others groan, but I'm already spinning, frosting teeth gleaming.
Okay, Jinjo. That sounds to me like you accept the dance contest. And then throw a giant gumdrop on the ground to make it harder for the snowmen to dance? Am I interpreting that correctly?
Yeah, sticky floor, icy fools. I stomp, my boots leaving chocolate prints as I spin like a gingerbread tornado. Try dancing now, ya frozen lumps. Slip up, and I'll turn ye into pudding. The snowmen wobble, but I'm already cracking my hammer, steam rising with every hit. Steamin' mad! Let's see who melts first!
Okay, alright. Let's see here. Alright, Jinjo. You attempt to throw your gumdrop to ensnare the snowmen's feet. Snowmen don't have feet, but whatever. And with a roll of 16, you manage to make the splatter big enough to affect all 4 snowmen. It'll be harder for them to dance at you. Then you spin around in a spinning sort of dance move. Let's see how you do on that. You roll a 15. So your spinning is also very impressive to these snowmen. Next, the lead snowman points to one of the other 3 snowmen and that snowman attempts to dance through your sticky trap. With a roll of 19, that is going to be a success on his part. So the score in the dance competition so far is 1-1. As the first snowman manages to slide gracefully and dance through your sticky gumdrop area. Agent Potato, it is your turn. Oop.
I pivot with a pancake strike, my fist cracking like a crispy spud. 1-1, my frozen foes. Let's see how root your dance moves are. My eyesore power flickers on. 6 pairs of eyes glare at the snowman in unison. You want grace. Try staring down a potato with too many eyes while spinning through gumdrops. I toss a tiny martini shaker at their feet, watching it explode into a shimmering frost cloud. Shaken, not stirred, just like your confidence, now chilled to the bone.
Believe me, Agent Potato, you're a sight more terrifying than a Kraken's tea party. I nudge Fishy forward with my scimitar. Let's even this up, Sharknado lads! Show 'em what real stormin' looks like! Fishy roars as the whirlpool sucks up snow and gumdrops, slinging them at our foes like a blizzard of candy cannons. Dance if ye dare. Ya frozen fops, me and Fishy ain't done yet!
Okay. Hit the wrong button, that's 2 turns. That's fine. So let's see. Alright, Agent Potato, you use your graceful skills in Gamjajon to attempt to pull off an impressive dance move. Unfortunately, putting on the extra pairs of eyes from your eyesore causes you to misjudge a step, and you, fall into the snow. Then, Chippy, you command Fishy to make a stylish Sharknado to rain bits of snow and sticky candy onto the opposing team. And with a roll of 18, Fishy makes a very impressive sort of snow fountain with his whirlpool. Granting your team another point. The lead snowman then points at another one of his fellow snowmen, who trudges forward onto the dance floor area and makes his own attempt at a dance. And with a natural 20 on the die, this snowman completely ignores the sticky gumdrop hazard and Agent Potato's unnerving stare. As he totally busts a sick kickflip in the snow. Granting the opposing team 2 points. I should mention this is best out of 9, so it's first team to 5 points. Then the final snowman attempts his dance. But with a roll of only 10, he is unable to properly get his groove on between the unnerving glare from Agent Potato and the sticky ground. Jinjo, it is back to your turn. Your team is at 2 out of 5 points. Their team is at 3 out of 5.
Peft dance? Nah! I cracked my hammer down on a gumdrop splat, sending sticky snow flying like a candy cannon. Steamin' mad time. Let's see who's really wobbling now. My frosting teeth gleam as I stomp forward, leaving chocolate trails in the snow. Next one who tries to show off, I'll turn him into cookie crumbs.
Okay, alright, Jinjo, you are, I guess, attempting to intimidate the snowmen into giving up the dance contest. The warmth and the delicious gingerbread smell wafting off of you from your steaming mad rage will give you a small advantage, but it's going to be difficult. You have to roll above an 18. Oh! That is unfortunate. You have rolled a 1 on the die. Not only do you fail to intimidate the snowman, but the snowman in the back points at you and says, "That's a threat. That is a disqualification from the dance contest. Jinjo, you are no longer able to score points for the dance contest." Agent Potato, it is your turn. After one of the snowmen attempts to dance. And he does manage a pretty sweet move, getting his team another point. The opposing team is at 4 out of 5 points, for this dance contest. Your team is at only 2 points. Agent Potato, it is your turn.
I spin on my heel. Funny face activated in a flash. Oh, I see how it is. My new look tiny sunglasses, a boatie, and one ear flapping like a flag. Let's try this again, shall we? Root Network deploys 3 potato drones. They form a synchronized line dance midair. Watch closely, you frozen peasants. This is how real spies groove.
All right. All right. Your spy drones will give you best of 2 rolls as you attempt a sweet dance move. And with a 20 on the die, the other snowmen are in awe as you do the awesomest and coolest dance move they have ever seen with your potato drone backup dancers, netting your team 2 points and bringing the score even. One of the other snowmen attempts to counter dance. And because your excellent dance move was so fantastic and intimidating, it throws him off his game, making him unable to dance effectively. Chippy, it is your turn. The next team to score a point will win the dance contest.
Blimey, that was some fancy footwork there, Agent Potato. Fishy, you ready to show these snowmen how real pirates dance? I tap my scimitar against Fishy's shiny head, and he lets out a deep rumbling growl, his blue fins flickering with excitement. Captain's orders. Sharknado, let's see if they can groove in when the snow starts whirling like a storm at sea. I leap onto Fishy's back as the whirlpool forms, bits of snow and candy swirling around us in a glittering frenzy.
Okay. Chippy, you leap onto Fishy as he spins into another Sharknado, bolstered by your order. And with a roll of 15 on the die, your dancing is suitably impressive. It nets your team the last point, bringing you to victory in the dance battle. The lead snowman doffs his hat in respect at you and says, "Goodness," and then goodness again. That is some of the finest dancing I have seen this year. Not only do you get to pass through, but I am also going to give you my special hat. He hands over a top hat that is visibly glowing with magic. This is the Hat of Frosty Revival. If any of you should fall in battle, this hat will immediately bring you back with full health. The snowmen then walk to either side of the path and motion you through. The head snowman wishes you luck on your journey. Is there anything else you'd like to say or do before you leave the wilderness and head to Santa's workshop?
Dance contest's done. My turn for glory. I snatched that fancy hat with a licorice lash, tying it tight like a candy belt. Frosty Revival, eh? Better not let me fall. I'm too busy breaking bad guys. The snowmen better watch out. Next time I'll show 'em what real holiday smashing looks like.
I adjust my sunglasses with a flick of my finger. A fine hat indeed, though I prefer mine shaken, not stirred. I toss it up and catch it effortlessly, pancake strike, ready if needed. Jinjo, my frosted friend, save your licorice antics for the villains. King Cumber won't stop himself with candy alone. We march forward as one, spy potatoes on a mission.
That there's a mighty fine hat, sir. Fishy, fetch me a bite of snow to test its magic, just in case we take a tumble on this grand adventure. I tip the hat with a grin, letting the glow dance across my glass eyes. Jinjo, you take care with that licorice. Better not go sticking it where it belongs. Let's be off before King Cumber hears our victory song.
All right. And so the party moves on to Santa's workshop. Oh, I just saw chat. Do we have oatmeal crisps with chocolate in America? Probably. Well, probably. I mean, I don't know about crisps. Like, we probably have something like that. Oat-based treat with chocolate inside? Yeah, most likely. But we might just have cookies. Alright. Sorry, having more of my dinner here. Delightful steak and eggs. Eggs have gotten kind of cold. It's unfortunate. Okay. As the three of you approach Santa's workshop, you feel a sense of foreboding in the air. There is foul magic afoot, though you know not what kind. As you approach the door, a small elf dressed in red exits to meet you. He says, "Ah, greetings, visitors. Normally we'd be well prepared to receive you, but as it is Christmas Eve, we are, of course, very busy. First of all, the reindeer have not been fed, so that simply must be taken care of. He then, gestures just inside to several boxes. And, unfortunately, he says, we have misplaced the reindeer's food amongst all of these completely normal, not at all suspicious boxes. So if you are unable to help us, I simply must insist that you leave. What do you do? Why is it always Jinjo? Let's do someone else. Agent Potato.
I spin my mustache with a flick of my finger. A challenge involving reindeer feed. How utterly spud-tastic. I crouch low, root network deploying 3 tiny potato drones to scuttle under the boxes like eager little spies. Yasol activated. Let's unnerve this elf into confessing where the real food is hidden. My drones begin peeling back labels with precise precision while my eyes glow ominously.
Okay. Alright, Agent Potato. You attempt to unnerve the elf into revealing where the food is. Let's see how you roll on that. And with a roll of 17, the elf stammers out, I truly, I don't recall at all. Perhaps it was maybe the green box? But with your many eyes, you can tell that he is lying. Meanwhile, as soon as one of your root network drones approaches a box, It snaps open, revealing a set of sharp teeth. These boxes are in fact mimics. The elf sighs aggrieved and says, "Ah, you've ruined the whole trick." My master will not be pleased, and neither will Mr. Kingcumber. Mimics! Attack them! The elf says as he scurries off behind a pillar, away from Agent Potato. You do notice one of the presents did not turn into a mimic, so that is the one with the reindeer feet in it. But anyway, now you're being attacked by mimics. That, all attempt to rush at you, Agent Potato, since you were the first to enter the building. The other two are still outside. One of the mimics gets an attack off on Agent Potato. And with a roll of 16, the hit connects. Agent Potato, you take 1 point of damage, bringing you down to only 2 hearts. Chippy, it is your turn. What do you do?
Blimey mimics! Fishy, attack! I leap onto his back as he lunges forward with a roar, teeth snapping shut on the nearest box. Sailors swear at those beak-faced blighters, make regret ever thinking they could fool Cap'n Chippy and co. With a dramatic flourish, I point my scimitar while Fishy swipes through the chaos, sending splintered boxes flying.
Alright. Alright. Fishy attempts to bite the nearest present mimic. And with a roll of 13, the hit connects, destroying the mimic. You then attempt your Sailor Swear at another mimic. And with a roll of 17, the swear is volatile enough to destroy yet another of the mimics, leaving only one left. Chippy, what is your sailor swear that you say at the mimic to destroy it?
bleepin' barnacle. Brain box blasts, you think ye can trick a proper sea dog like myself. Bleep yourself into next Tuesday's tide, ye miserable mimic misfortune. Fishy snarls as the mimic crumbles to sawdust, its tiny teeth rattling loose. That'll teach ye to mess with Chippy and the fish. Kids at home, never swear like that, or ye might set yourself on fire too. So no to you sailor swear power here.
Hey, you just missed it. Chippy just swore at a present so hard Chippy just swore at a mimic so hard it caught fire and exploded. And then he told the kids at home not to swear, or else that might happen to them. Anyways. Alright. Jinjo. There is one mimic left. The elf who tried to trick you into being attacked is hiding behind a pillar. The last present mimic attempts to bite at Captain Chippy. And with a roll of 5, the attack misses. Jinjo, it is your turn.
Grumble, this mimic's got crust for brains. I'll show it how real gingerbread handles itself. Stiaming mad, my body heats up like fresh baked spice, and my hammer gets sweet, sweet power. Licorice lash out, yank that sticky rope tight around the box, and slamming it into a wall, splattering frosting everywhere. Stay still, you crumb. Christmas don't get ruined by you.
Alright, Jinjo, you activate your rage ability. The workshop is filled with the smell of fresh-baked cookies and a comforting warm glow that is much less comforting to the present mimic, as you attempt to wrap your licorice lash around it and smash it with your marshmallow hammer. And with a roll of 15, the hit connects, destroying the final present mimic. The elf hiding behind the pillar says a very un-Christmas-like swear as he sees you nearly effortlessly take down the trap he set up. He is going to attempt to hide, and with a roll of 17, he manages to disappear from your view. And escape further into the workshop. There is one box left on the ground that you know probably contains reindeer food for the reindeer outside. Agent Potato, it is your turn.
I adjust my monocle with a steady hand, scanning the workshop with practiced precision. Shaken, not stirred. Just like my martini preferences, I remark smoothly. With a flick of my wrist, Root Network deploys 3 tiny potato drones to sniff out the elf's trail, while I casually stroll toward the lone unopened box. My red nose twitches at the scent of mischief, and I can't resist muttering, "Well, this mission certainly wasn't tater-ific so far."
Whoops, uh-oh. Hold on, I gotta reset the dice app. Okay, good. All right, Agent Potato. You deploy your root network again to try and locate the evil elf. Unfortunately, you roll a 13, which is not enough to find him immediately. Inside of the remaining unopened box, there is reindeer food, which you could probably pretty easily put out at the stables outside at any point, really. Chippy, it is your turn.
I hop onto Fishy's broad back and squint at that last box like it owes me a barrel o' grog. Blimey, look at all them carrots. Perfect for the reindeer, but first we gotta make sure no sneaky elf is hiding in there like a barnacle on a hull. I nudge Fishy closer with my scimitar, then bark an order. Search that box, laddie!
Alright, Chippy, you order Fishy to search for the hidden elf. Unfortunately, with a roll of 4, he just ends up nosing at the box full of reindeer carrots. You don't even really know why. He's a shark. He doesn't eat carrots. Jinjo, it is your turn. What do you do?
Grumble? No elf in the box, just carrots for reindeer. I'll toss this gumdrop right at Fishy's snout. Eat up, you salty dog. Then grab the box and hurl it outside like a sweet treat for the Slate team. Run, run, run. I charge toward the workshop doors, smashing through any hiding elf with my hammer. No one ruins Christmas on my watch, ya crumb suckers!
Alright, Jinjo, you toss the box full of reindeer feed outside. You do see through the door a reindeer does come out of the stables and starts eating at the carrots. Meanwhile, you charge further into the workshop. And let's see if you can find the elf. Unfortunately, with a roll of 10, you are not able to spot him in time. The elf pops up behind a kitchenette area. And he says, "Not so fast, you deplorable hero types. I won't let you harumph my humbug. You seem to have a taste for battle. So, here's something to sate your appetites." And he opens the door as 3 gingerbread zombies shuffle out. He points them towards you and says, "Attack, my delicious minions! Destroy those 3! He will then attempt to hide again, and fails this time. The gingerbread zombies shuffle out menacingly towards the 3 of you as the evil elf hangs back. Agent Potato, it is your turn.
I spin on my heel with a smirk, funny face already flickering beneath my tuxedo. Shaken, not stirred. Just like my resolve, you overbaked crumb. I purr, swapping into a menacing, mustachioed potato with glowing red eyes. With a pancake strike, I flatten the first zombie mid, shuffle, sending gingerbread crumbs flying. Let's see how tough your humbug is now, you festive fool!
Hold on a second. I gotta go put away this dish. I'll be right back. Alright. Agent Potato, you stride up to the closest gingerbread zombie. With green icing. And use your pancake strike. You roll a 15. Successfully. Hitting the gingerbread zombie for 1 damage. Bringing it down to only 1 heart of health. And stunning it. Since it is stunned, we will skip that gingerbread zombie's turn, meaning it is now Chippy's turn.
I leap from Fishy's back and draw my scimitar with a flourish. Avast, ye crumb-sucking biscuit bats.
Ooh.
Captain Chippy don't take kindly to zombie bakery invaders. I shout at the elf as Fishy lets out a mighty growl before I bark, Sharknado, now!
Crumb-sucking biscuit bat. I like that one. That's a good one. Alright. Chippy, you leap off of Fishy's back onto a nearby table as you send Fishy into swirl in a Sharknado and attempt to catch 2 of the gingerbread zombies. They will roll to resist. The zombie with blue icing manages to escape the vortex and takes no damage. The zombie with red icing also manages to escape the vortex with a roll of 18. Then the blue gingerbread zombie shambles up to Jinjo and attempts to bite him. Unfortunately, with a roll of 10, the zombie's bite attack does not connect. Which is not unfortunate, it's fortunate, actually. Anyway, Jinjo, it is your turn.
Grumble, Licorice Lash. I whip out my rope and yank that blue zombie right into Agent Potato's path. Sorry, mate, but I get the honor of smashing you next. My fists clench, steaming mad rising like fresh baked crumbs. No one bites me, you overcooked mess. I'll run, and slam it straight into Chippy's Shark Storm for extra crunch.
Okay. Okay. Another reminder, only 1 power per turn. but I'm going to interpret that as you use your licorice lash to try and throw one of the gingerbread zombies into the still active Sharknado. Let's see how you roll. You roll a 16. You are successfully able to hook the blue gingerbread zombie with your lash and throw it into the Sharknado, where it gets bitten by Fishy. It takes 1 point of damage, leaving it at only 1 heart. Next, the gingerbread zombie in red is going to try and attack Jinjo. And with a roll of 17, he manages a hit. Jinjo, you take 1 point of damage, leaving you at 2 health. Agent Potato, it is now your turn.
I chuckled, swapping my funny face to a grinning, eye-patched potato before spinning on my heel. Well, that's one less crumb for Santa's workshop. I quit, stepping into the red zombie's path with a flick of my wrist. Root network deploys. 3 tiny spud drones buzz like hummingbirds, swarming its head to distract it. With a pancake strike, I send it flying straight into Chippy's storm for a double crunch.
All right. Agent Potato, you attempt to pancake strike the red gingerbread zombie into the Sharknado. Unfortunately, with a roll of 10, your attack misses. The green gingerbread zombie is going to shuffle towards Chippy and attempt to attack him. And with a roll of 16, the attack connects. Chippy, you take a point of damage, bringing you down to 2 health. It is now Chippy's turn.
Bleemy, that's a tickle, ye gingerbread gully washer. I hop back on Fishy and nudge him toward the green zombie with my scimitar. Aid block sponsored by Pirate Provisions' new Sailor Swear Spray. Now, stand back, me hearties, while this here elfin menace gets a taste of the captain's wrath. I cackle as Fishy's teeth chomp near its head.
Okay. All right, Chippy, you actually do not take that point of damage because you deflect the attack with your ad block. You call Fishy back over and jump on top of him as Fishy attempts to bite at the green gingerbread zombie. And you roll a 13. Chippy manages to catch the gingerbread zombie in his teeth and crunches it in half, defeating it. Fishy does spit it out with a disgruntled look on his face, though. It seems these gingerbread zombies are not at all delicious. They are, in fact, very yucky. The blue gingerbread zombie is going to step up and try and attack Jinjo. But with a roll of 11, the attack misses. From the back, the evil Christmas elf shouts, "Come on, you stupid, stupid gingerbread zombies! It can't be this hard to destroy Christmas heroes!" Jinjo, it is your turn. What do you do? Oh, sorry. Jinjo, activate.
Ah, you calling us stupid? I crack my knuckles, licorice snaps like candy canes. Gumdrop time. I hurl a giant sticky sphere right at that blue zombie's face. Stay back, you frosting fool. I'm just warming up for the real smash.
Warmfin?
My rage steams, eyes glowing like molten caramel.
Warmfin. Okay, whatever. Alright, Jinjo. You hurl a gumdrop at the blue zombie. And with a roll of 17, your hit connects, splattering a hole right through its zombie head. Destroying it. And leaving behind a sticky mess on the floor. Oh. That's the problem. The mess splatters on the red zombie restricting its movement and making it more difficult for it to attack. The red gingerbread zombie will attempt to attack Agent Potato. It rolls a 14, but because of the gumdrop mess, it is unable to land a hit on Agent Potato. It is now Agent Potato's turn. Keep forgetting to press the button there.
I adjust my mustache with a flick of my funny face, smirking at the sticky predicament. Stuck in your own goo. How sweet of you! I purr, crouching low before unleashing Eyesore, my face sprouting a dozen glaring eyes that make the red zombie shudder. With a swift motion, I grab it by its crumbly leg and toss it towards Chippy's shark stall for another crunch. Try not to gag on your own mess this time, darling.
Alright, Agent Potato, you attempt to grab the red zombie and flip it towards Chippy. Since the zombie is stuck in gumdrop goo, it'll be easier to grab. Unfortunately, you roll a 5. You fail to rip the red zombie free from the gumdrop. Jinjo, it is your turn. There is one gingerbread zombie on the field, and the evil elf standing in the back looks visibly nervous that you are defeating his minions.
Stuck like a cookie in hot cocoa. I crack my knuckles. Licorice snaps loud as thunder. Run, run, run time. I charge, slamming into the red zombie with a mighty smash. You're prone now. Yeah, frosting flop. My rage steams hotter, warming the whole battlefield like fresh baked joy.
Okay. Alright, Jinjo, you attempt to knock down the red gingerbread zombie. You roll an 11. Because your rage is up, and the zombie is stuck in your gumdrop, that will count as a hit. You deal 1 point of damage, leaving the zombie at 1 heart, and knock it prone, making it even more stuck in the gumdrop. Chippy, it is your turn. I went in the wrong order there. That was supposed to be Chippy's turn. Whoops.
Jinjo's got that red gingerbread zombie plopped like a biscuit on my deck. Fishy, ya big blue bilge rat. Let's show this elf what happens when ye tangle with the cap'n and me. Cap'n's orders, fetch. I'll snatch it up mid-air before it can scramble. Don't want it chomping on me tricorns again. And Fishy, no spitting it out this time, ya hear?
Okay. Alright, Chippy, you command Fishy to go grab the evil elf. Unfortunately, you roll a 5 on the die. The elf is able to dive out of the way of Fishy's jaws. The evil elf is going to attempt to hide again. And he rolls a 19, managing to scamper away. You hear a door slam shut soon after you lose sight of him on another part of the workshop. Agent Potato, it is your turn again.
I spin my mustache with a smirk. That elf's got more agility than a spud in a hot skillet. I deploy root network. 3 tiny potato drones, scurrying into the workshop's vents to sniff out his scent like hounds on a mission. Shame you're too fast for our friends. Darling, let's see if I can't trap you in a tighter spot. My martini's shaken, not stirred, just like my patience now.
Alright. Alright, Agent Potato, you direct your root network into the vents of the building. Since you've explored most of the workshop by now, your root network drones are automatically able to find the evil elf. It seems he's hiding in the bedroom quarters. Other elves who do not look evil are seen, hiding in a corner hallway. Meanwhile, the remaining gingerbread zombie is going to attempt to get itself unstuck from the gumdrop. Unfortunately, with a roll of 7, it is still stuck. Jinjo, there is a very stuck gingerbread zombie next to you with only 1 health. And you know where the evil elf is. What do you do? I keep getting the turns mixed up. Whoops.
Ah, that elf's faster than candy on Christmas Eve. I crack my neck. Licorice whips like a lash. Gumdrop. I hurl a giant sticky mess straight at the workshop door. No more scampering out of there. Ya sneaky sugar plum. My rage steams hotter, warming the whole place like a fresh baked surprise.
Okay, I guess they're just ignoring the zombie. I mean, it's pretty stuck, so, you know, that's valid. Alright, Jinjo, you hurl another gumdrop. Sticking the closest exit to the building shut. And cutting off the escape route for the evil elf. Chippy. There is a gingerbread zombie with 1 health. And you know where the evil elf is. What do you do?
Blimey, that gumdrop stuck like barnacles on my hull. Sailor swear, why scurvy, biscuit-brained, sugar-coated bleeper, I'll have ye swimming in rum if ye don't show your pointy ears now. Fishy, ya big blue menace. Captain's orders, Sharknado. Let's see how long that elf stays hidden when the whole workshop gets twirling like a ship in a storm.
Alright. Alright, Chippy. You command Fishy to sweep a Sharknado towards the evil elf through the workshop. This does pass by the gingerbread zombie. Let's see if it can resist the Sharknado. No. So as Fishy passes by the other gingerbread zombie, he does bite it in half. So that's all the gingerbread zombies defeated. Then you attempt to intimidate the evil elf into showing himself. And with a roll of 17, you blast through the door with an intimidating swear. Laying eyes on the evil elf. Unfortunately, as you approach him, the evil elf draws a candy cane crossbow and aims it at one of the innocent, not evil elves cowering in the hallway behind him, and he says, "Don't come any closer! I'm not afraid to shoot." The other elves look frightened. Agent Potato, it is your turn. Your spy drones witness all of this happen. What do you do?
I flick my mustache with a smirk. Darling, that crossbow's got less accuracy than a drunken spud catapult. I swiftly swap to funny face. Now I'm half potato, half pisciuta, the perfect distraction for his sweet tooth. Shall we see how you handle a candy cane with these? I toss Spud-O, my gadget self destructing mid-air into a dazzling spray of potato bits, blinding him just enough to give Jinjo's gumdrop time to stick.
All right, Agent Potato. You set one of your spy drones to self-destruct at the evil elf. He is distracted and frightened, so it will be very difficult for him to avoid it. And he rolls a 7, which is not enough. He is blinded as the spray of potato mush makes him flinch. He drops his crossbow. Jinjo, it is now your turn. What do you do?
Puff-eft. That elf's blinder than a snowstorm in December. I crack my knuckles. Licorice snaps loud. Run, run, run. I charge like a gingerbread freight train, slamming into him so hard he flies into the wall. Stay down, ya candy cane, licking crumb, or I'll make you regret ruining Christmas. My rage steams hotter, baking the whole workshop to a crispy delight.
Alright, Jinjo, you activate your run, run, run power. And attempt to slam the evil elf into the wall. And with a roll of 16, you connect. The evil elf slams into the wall and hits the ground, sprawled and defeated. You have successfully saved the not evil elves of Santa's workshop. They all approach you and begin tying up the evil elf. One of the elves says, "Thank you, Jinjo. I'm guessing Elfward managed to get word out to you about Santa being in trouble. I overheard this evil elf talking earlier, saying that his dark master has taken Santa Claus to the Ice Temple for a nefarious ritual of some kind. I don't know any further details, but you'd better get over there as soon as you can. But first, let us heal you of your injuries from battle." And they pass out glasses of warm, spiced eggnog and delicious hot apple cider. Just like some really good stuff. And it restores all of you to a full 3 hearts of health. Is there anything else you want to say or do while you are in Santa's workshop?
Blimey, that was closer than a cannonball's graze. Sip, sip, ah, warm cider. Just the ticket after battling gingerbread horrors and swearing like a sailor at a tavern brawl on Chippy and the Fish. Fishy'd have loved this workshop, but he'd probably tried to chew the candy canes into confetti. Right then, Jinjo, lead the way to that ice temple. Let's teach Santa's Dark Master why ye don't mess with the North Pole's guest of honor.
To clarify, it is the evil elf's Dark Master, not Santa's Dark Master. It is the Dark Master who kidnapped Santa.
Ah, but Jinjo, we've no time for eggnog, though I do prefer mine with a dash of martini. I adjust my tuxedo lapel, then lean in conspiratorially. That Dark Master. Sounds like the same wretch behind King Cumber's last scheme. I'd know his slimy signature a mile away. With a wink, I funny face into my spy drone form. 3 tiny spuds roll from my palm toward the exit. After you, old chap. Let's peel this mess back to its rotten core.
Hold on a second. What? Okay, that's that. Hold on a second. What do you mean I can't? Okay, hold on a second. Okay, why is copy paste not working? Okay, that's great. Okay, well, what if I... No. This is very unfortunate. There we go. Alright. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Okay, we're probably gonna go for maybe half an hour left. This is running a little longer than I thought it would. Who spoke last? Agent Potato, Jinjo. Okay, one more. See if Chippy has anything to say.
Slam cider glass down with a clatter. Hey, Kingcumber's fingerprints all over this one, I reckon. Spits into the fire for luck. It hisses like a bilge rat. Fishy, and I'll sail straight to that ice temple. But we'll need a ship quick. Me old vessel got am digested. Jinjo, if your elves can rustle up a sleigh or two, we'll make this dark master regret ever crossing the North Pole's naughty list.
I've just remembered that is, in fact, I should have put Jinjo in for that last. Whatever. So, one more, word and then we leave.
Grumble, grumble. No time for sweet talk. We got a real big bad guy to smash. I slam my marshmallow hammer on the table so hard frosting splatters everywhere. Northern wisdom says that temple's built like a fortress of ice, but I'll crack it open with my bare gingerbread hands. I grab Chippy and Potato. Let's go, you candy cane chewers. First one to the sleigh gets extra sprinkles on their victory cake. My rage still steams, so warm it could melt a snowman into soup.
All right. And so, the three of you make your way to the Ice Temple. You approach the giant platform shaped like a giant snowflake. Atop the platform, you see a strange shadowy figure, the Dark Master. And standing behind him are two Santa Clauses. As you approach, the shadowy figure smiles maliciously and says, "Ah, the heroes of Christmas. Well, perhaps. You're here looking for Santa, aren't you? Well, you must solve my riddle. Behind me are two Santa Clauses, one who tells only truth and one who tells only lies. Figure out who is who. If you can. And if you dare. Because if you guess wrong, my most powerful minion will destroy you." Agent Potato, what is your response to this? Okay.
Shaken, not stirred, though I'd prefer a martini over this ice. Cold riddle, darling. I crack my knuckles sour well, clink my plastic ones, then swap my eyes for X-ray specs with funny face. Aye, 2 center clauses. How delightfully root, technically tricky. I nod at the liar. Ask one, is this potato peeled? The truth, teller will say no, while our lying friend here will blurt a fib. Iosaw locks onto both, unnerving them with my most menacing stare.
Alright, okay. Honestly, I don't really know how the whole truth and lies thing... I never really got that puzzle. Like, it's not that difficult to understand, but it's kind of like a what, you know? Anyways. Alright, Agent Potato. You ask your question and try and discern which is the truth teller and which is the liar. I don't think I actually need to roll this one. Yeah, you present the unpeeled potato, and the Santa on the left says the potato is not peeled. The Santa on the right says the potato is peeled. So, the shadowy figure, the Dark Master, says, "You know, I've just realized I don't actually know where I was going with this whole riddle thing. I'm just going to order my minion to destroy you now." A strange spell-like effect seems to shatter on the Santa Claus on the left, revealing that he is in fact the real Santa Claus. He, drops to the ground, unconscious and out of the way, as the liar Santa Claus begins to morph and change into a horrible boss battle creature. So hold on. Give me one moment. Let me also get different music. Let me just see if I can find a loop of Carol of the Bells. Where's a long version? That's Trans-Siberian Orchestra, so that's not royalty-free. Oh, that one's got lyrics. I don't know. I don't want lyrics. Let me see. Actually, give me a minute. All right, I found one. It'll have to do. Hold on, one more thing. All right. You, um, you all watch as the false Santa Claus grows in size, morphing and changing until it reveals its true form. Karl Marx, dressed as Santa Claus! Which is kind of out of left field, but that's what the boss ended up being. The colossal Santa Marx shouts out, "I am going to seize the means of..." Hold on, I messed this one up. Let me try that narration again. Okay, yes, the boss's true form is revealed. A giant effigy of Karl Marx, dressed as Santa Claus, which is kind of a non sequitur. But that's the boss. Anyway, he holds on his back a large sack full of all the presents for all the good boys and girls, which he has stolen. This is going to be a boss battle. The boss has 5 hearts, and each hit will do 1 damage to him, unless you have abilities that do extra damage. Now we begin combat. Jinjo, it is your turn. What do you do? I really didn't think this one through, honestly. I typed this into an AI image generator, and I was like, okay, that looks fun. I can use that as the boss of a Christmas adventure, and then I didn't actually think about it. Still, boss fight!
GUMD Rob, I hurl a giant, sticky gumdrop at Santa Marks's face. It splats right on his nose. Steaming Mad activated. My gingerbread rage heats up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. I charge forward with Licorice Lash, wrapping it around one of his legs and yanking hard. Run, run, run time. Knock you prone before I smash your dad's capital with this hammer.
Ha! I didn't get that reference, but I do understand that was a reference to something. I should have done some research before I just threw this in. Eh. Alright, Jinjo. I like the initiative, but you can only use one power on your turn, every turn. So I'm just going to use the first one of those. You hurl your gumdrop at Santa Marks. Unfortunately, you roll a natural 1. The gumdrop lands at your feet, stopping you from doing anything else on this turn. Santa Marks is going to attempt to attack Jinjo. Oh, hold on. I did not press the right button there. Hold on. Alright, Jinjo, you throw your gumdrop. Unfortunately, you roll a natural 1. Also, this is a reminder, you can only use one special power per turn on your turn. Anyway, with a natural 1, you accidentally splatter yourself with the gumdrop, which disrupts your rage. You will not be able to do anything else on this turn. Santa Marks. Is going to try and attack Jinjo. And with a roll of 10, because Jinjo is stuck in the gumdrop, that is going to hit. Jinjo, you take 1 point of damage, bringing you down to 2 hearts. Agent Potato, it is now your turn.
Spuddo. I yank a smoke bomb from my tuxedo pocket and hurl it with a dramatic flick. The explosion dazzles Santa Marks's eyes while Root Network deploys 3 Spud drones to scuttle up his legs like tiny saboteurs. A pancake strike to the gut, smack, should stun that communist cap for 2 rounds. I adjust my mustache with a wink, savoring this moment more than a martini in December.
Okay. All right. Again, 1 power per turn. Not 2, not 3, not 4, not all of them. Just 1 of them. So, You hurl your smoke bomb at Santa Marks, attempting to damage and blind him. With a roll of 13, your attack connects. Dealing 1 point of damage. And bringing him down to 4 hearts. Santa Marks attempts to retaliate. He takes aim at Agent Potato and says, "I'm going to redistribute your parts." Unfortunately, he rolls a 3. Well, fortunately, actually. So his attack does not connect. Chippy, it is your turn.
Blimey, this Santa Marks fellow's got more layers than a cabbage on the high seas. I'll ride Fishy up to the boss's face and let loose with a good old sailor swear. One that'll set his furry coat ablaze faster than a barnacle on a ship's hull. Fishy, you great big lunk, attack. Let's see if he can handle your teeth better than a biscuit at tea time. I'll summon a full-mast tailwind to give us the speed to strike true, and maybe knock him clean off his feet before he gets too comfy with that sack of loot.
And yeah, this is the song from Home Alone. Apparently it used to not be a Christmas song before that, which I didn't know. And that's just what I read online, so take that with a grain of salt. Sorry, give me a second. Oh, I've just noticed it has too many fingers. Shucks. AI image generator. What did he do? Oh, yeah. Alright. Chippy. You use your sailor swear power on the boss. And you roll a natural 20. You deliver an extremely scathing insult towards Karl Marx dressed as Santa Claus. Dealing 2 hearts of damage and bringing him down to only 3 health. Sorry, 2 health. Bringing him down to only 2 health. What do you say for your sailor swear?
Arr, ye bloomin' communist crumb, swiller with your red sash and your stolen sack o' bludgerin' toys! I'd rather sail a ship full o' barnacles than have your desk capital for a captain. Bleep your dialectic, bleep your proletariat, and bleep the day ye ever thought ye could out-pirate Cap'n Chippy. Fishy, you magnificent sea beast, tear into him like it's a barrel o' grog on sale. I'll ride you straight into his heart, and we'll leave that sack o' naughty lists swimming in the wreckage.
All right. Santa Marks stumbles back, injured at less than half of his health. He is going to attempt to activate a communist revolution and seize all of the hit points in the area to redistribute equally. You must each roll to resist. Jinjo, you succeed. Agent Potato, you succeed. And Chippy, you unfortunately fail. You feel the hand of big government reach into your health bar and steal one of your hearts. Chippy, you are now at 2 health, while Santa Marks has gone back up to 3 hearts. Jinjo, it is back to your turn.
I'm steaming mad, I am! That communist's got some nerve, trying to steal from us like that. I'll use my northern wisdom. This ain't no ordinary snowstorm, this is a red one. And it don't play nice with gingerbread. I'll find a way to freeze his revolutionary heart before he melts mine!
Alright. Alright, Jinjo, you activate your Steaming Mad, which, cracks and destroys the gumdrop that you'd gotten stuck in. Your attacks will now do more damage when you hit. And your Northern Wisdom may allow you to discern a weakness. I'll give you advantage because of your rage. And also because we're kind of running low on time. Alright. With a 12 on the die, your Northern Wisdom allows you to pinpoint a weakness in communism, which is all of it. All of it is bad. Essentially. It will now be much easier to hit the boss. Agent Potato, it is your turn.
Yes, sir, activate. I snap my pupils into triplets, boring Santa Marks with a glare so intense he forgets his dialectic mid-sentence. The red nose quavers. Excellent. But the bastard's mustache twitches in defiance. Funny face switch. Now you're staring at a potato with my mustache. I take a sip of martini, shaken but not stirred, as my drones scuttle toward his sack like spies on a mission.
Alright, Agent Potato, you activate your eyesore. And Santa Marks fails to resist it. He is now demoralized by the many eyes on him. Meanwhile, your potato drones attempt to steal back the heart that Santa Mark stole. And with a roll of 16, they succeed, dealing another point of damage to the boss, and leaving him at only 2 hearts. Santa Marks will now attempt to hit both Jinjo and Agent Potato with a dual hammer and sickle attack. The attack on Jinjo misses miserably with a 2 on the die. The attack on Agent Potato also misses. Chippy, it is your turn. The boss is at 2 health. What do you do? Oh yeah, also, I do need to get rid of that. He did steal it back, but, I'm not giving it back to Chippy. Because reasons.
Bleemy, that's a right ugly pair of weapons he's wielding, like trying to mash gingerbread with a hammer. Fishy, my fine shark, Sharknado, now I'll ride you into the heart o' this crumb-munchin' nightmare, and we'll leave him floundering in his own sack o' coal.
Alright. Alright, Chippy. You attempt to hit Santa Marks with your Sharknado. Fishy whips up into a typhoon of teeth. And mostly teeth. The boss will attempt to resist. At disadvantage because of the eyesore from Agent Potato. And with a 12, he fails the check, taking 1 more point of damage. Santa Marks is going to try and use a special ability. He is going to try and rebrand communism as socialism to confuse you and make you stop attacking him. At disadvantage because of the eyesore. Unfortunately, he fails. All of you see right through his rhetoric. Jinjo, it is your turn. The boss is at 1 health.
I ain't falling for no fancy words, that's for sure. I'll use my licorice lash and wrap this communist up tighter than a present on Christmas Eve. You're gonna be stuck in a loop of red tape. See how you like it?
Alright, Jinjo, you used your licorice lash. Unfortunately, your attack misses. Santa Marks is out of moves and we are running low on time, so we're gonna skip his turn. Agent Potato, please attack this man so we can finish this.
Spud. Oh! I hurl myself, destructing Potato launcher straight into his sack. Boom. A shower of confetti and Spud fragments blinds him mid-rant. The mustache smolders as the red nose glows from the heat, but I smirk, twirling a new martini with a cherry that's definitely not a bomb.
Oh, of course.
Root network deploy! Scatter like mistletoe. Find his weak spot. My drones zero in on his belt buckle while I strike with Gamjajan, pancake style.
Alright, Agent Potato. I'll let you get in 2 attacks. I want to get this over with. I actually have places to be. Alright. First, he attempts to avoid the explosion. And then you strike with your pancake strike. Well, he is not able to avoid the explosion. And as Santa Marks is defeated by the explosion of your potato launcher, he lets out a final cry of, "This wasn't real communism!" Ah! Congratulations, you have defeated the boss and saved Santa Claus! Santa Claus rouses and walks up to the 3 of you, saying, "Ho, ho, ho! Thank the 3 of you for rescuing me from that really weird guy. Like, I don't know why he thought any of those policies he had would work. We have a naughty list for a reason, you know. Now, speaking of lists, you 3 are all definitely on the nice list. And I have your presents right here." And as Santa Claus gives each of you a gift, I want each of you to describe what gift you receive as we end our adventure. Real quick. Almost done.
I'll grab my gift. Probably a giant candy cane that tastes like pure holiday rage. I'll smash it with my marshmallow hammer and say, "This'll make me even sweeter next year." I'll also eat half of it right now. No shame. Ho, 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 but let's get back to crushing any bad cookies who try to ruin Christmas again.
We're probably gonna end this pretty abruptly.
Santa Claus plucks a small, velvet bag from his sack and hands it to me with a grin. Agent Potato for you, Spud, tacular spy gear, including a mini martini shaker that never needs stirring. I pop open the bag, revealing my new gadget, a tiny, detachable potato drone shaped like a candy cane. Perfect! Now I can blend in with the gingerbread while still being ready to bomb any trouble.
Blimey, that was close as a crab's armpit. Santa's gift is me own pirate's chest, polished to a shine with gold trim, and a tiny scimitar-shaped handle. Inside be treasures fit for a cap'n. Candy, shell
Oh, that guy?
cannonballs,
This guy.
a bottle of mermaid tears for good luck, and a pocket-sized parrot that squawks nautical curses when fishy gets too roady. I'll give this chest to the kids at home as part o' our next show, where we teach him how to spot a real pirate from a landlubber. Now, let's set sail for Christmas Eve. Fishy, and I ain't missing the fun, not even if it means dodging more communist spuds.
Oh, also, the Dark Master, sees all this happen, and he's like, "Okay, well, that's my plan defeated. See you next year, Jinjo," and he disappears. And that is victory! You have saved Christmas! Thus ends our story. As we close the book on our holiday adventure, each of you give a farewell message to the viewers at home. And that'll be the end of this after that.
I'll roar. This gingerbread man's got one last punch for ya, Dark Master. Save it. I'll smash my candy cane gift like a hammer, leaving a sweet splat where you stood. Next year, I'll be back with double the frosting and twice the fury. Stay sweet or get squashed. That's the holiday rule. Stick to it.
Shaken, not stirred, just like my martinis. I raise my new shaker gadget in a toast, the candy cane drone winking at home. Next year, King Cumber better watch his spud. I'll be peeling back his layers faster than a Thanksgiving feast. A quick funny face swap leaves me grinning like a jack-o'-lantern. Merry Christmas, folks. Keep it festive, or I will go full pancake on your celebrations.
Ahoy there, me hearty little landlubbers. Cap'n Chippy and Fishy be sailing off to warm shores, but we'll always be with ya.
Yep.
Just like the tide, or a stubborn barnacle on a ship's hull. I tip me tricorn with a grin, Fishy letting out a playful splash behind me. Remember, kids, if ye ever find yourself lost at sea, or just want to learn how to tie a proper pirate knot, just tune in next week for Chippy and the Fish, the lost treasure of Christmas Eve. I give a jaunty wave as we vanish into the mist, leaving only a trail of glittery cannonballs behind us. Fair winds and following seas, and no eating the ship's biscuits before breakfast.
And with that, we are going to end the stream today. We'll be back on Friday, the December 26th, with whatever we end up doing that way, probably playing Brotato. And this was fun. I had fun doing this. I probably should have thought better about the end boss, but honestly, the end boss could have just been a Grinch or a Krampus, and it would have been the same effect. I just did Karl Marx because I thought it'd be funny. Right, that's the end of the stream. I have to go enjoy Christmas Eve with my family. See ya. Bye.